Hey fans, it's me Aaron for a comic show. I got a big stack of awesome comics this week. I really enjoyed the hell out of these books. Batman 39 by Snyder and Capullo. You know how much I've been loving this run. You know how much I've been loving Endgame. Look at this cool cover by Jill Thompson with Harley, and she like ripped Robin's head off the little doll and sewed her head on the doll, and Joker's shadow coming in. It's like, oh, she's caught, she loves Batman. Anyway, that cover is cool, but this issue, this is everything come together, like everything. Like anything that you've been possibly complaining about, any complaint that I've heard in the store or online on the internet where, you know, complaints go to die is answered in this Endgame. This is it. This is just insane. Like what you might have wanted to see in the death of the family with Joker and Alfred and the different members of the Bat family, all this is coming together. All the villains are coming together. The Court of Owls story, everything to do with Zero Year and what Gotham's makeup is and all that. It's all just Endgame is everything that I've ever wanted from a Batman comic, and just how much Snyder has built this slowly and just pulled it all together with a story arc. It is insanely awesome. This is the ultimate Joker story, the ultimate Batman story. I have no idea what Snyder's gonna do after this. Probably something completely different, launching out of like Free Comic Book Day, but Jesus Christ, this is the best Joker ever. I freaking love it. You have to read this book. I don't care. If you don't, I don't care what your complaint is about anything New 52 or anything about Scott Snyder's run before this. Endgame, if you like Batman, you will, that's the litmus test. You will like Endgame, or else you don't really like Batman. Like, sorry to break it to you. Deathstroke, you know, this is my guilty pleasure book. Tony Daniels' art's really bombastic, really fast-paced, crazy action, and just hella guest stars, like hella guest stars. There's so many guest stars in this issue. It's unreal to keep track of all these guest stars, but it's fun. It's not just like Batman and Harley, but it's all those characters that should be part of Deathstroke's little universe, you know, his kids and other assassins and all that. It surprised me. You know, it's the book, I didn't want to like it. I didn't like the premise of him being young again, just like the TV show, but I'm reading the book every time it comes out, top of my stack, guilty pleasure enjoying it. Maybe you are too. Good job, Tony Daniel. Moving on to Suiciders. This is a Vertigo #1. It's Bermejo, the dude from the Joker hardcover, and he also did Batman Noel, where he wrote and drew Batman as kind of like, you know, the Uncle Scrooge story of Christmas Carol. But this is, I kind of imagine this is like how Alan Moore views all superhero books. It's just like two dudes punching each other for the glorification of fanboys until one dies. It's in the future, and I guess that's what our reality shows and our sports and all of our society, like worshiping violence and all this stuff, comes up to. If two people get super enhanced stuff and beat the shit out of each other till one dies. And yeah, that's the premise for the first issue. I enjoyed it. Check it out. Moving on to Darth Vader. I love Darth Vader 1. I love Darth Vader 1 so much. I don't care how much it pandered to me as a fan. I don't care that we got that two-page ending that was completely unnecessary with the poor sand people. I liked it. It brought a smile to my face. You know, never forget episode 4. You know, episode 4 is, you know, our 9/11 for Star Wars fans. Never forget. But anyway, this Darth Vader, I'm loving it. Gillen's doing a bang-up job on this. All of these Star Wars books are great. I can't wait for Princess Leia. Moving on to Spider-Gwen, caused fury on the internet. Jason Latour, this guy, I have loved Jason Latour's stuff, his southern stuff, his gritty stuff, his, you know, like Florida, South Carolina type of stuff, and his Southern Bastards. And now Spider-Gwen is his breakout book. This is the book that's like, this is him. And I love the push comic forward stuff. I love that this is a female antagonist, and instead of Gwen dying, Peter dies, and then Gwen becomes Spider-Woman. She's not called Spider-Gwen in the book. You know, all these little people hating on it. I know it's getting so much press and so much positivity, but no, she's not called Spider-Gwen inside of the book. And there's a precedent for titles of things not being what they're actually called in the book. That's kind of cool. She is Spider-Woman, not Spider-Girl, Spider-Woman, and she has the ultimate adversary of an old bald white man. Yes, she fights the Vulture in this issue. So you have like the spunky, young, capable female versus the old bald white dude that wants to support the status quo. And I love seeing all this stuff on the internet about this with Gail Simone taking on some comic shop owners. They were like, oh, enough with this social warrior agenda, enough of this. And it's like, really? Seriously? You're still going to try to be the gatekeeper of this? Sales will be sales. Sell the book, hand sell the book. Quality will meet an audience. Whether that's your regular audience or a new audience, who cares? Sell quality stuff to people that want it, and they keep coming back for more. It's awesome. Spider-Verse epilogue, cool. I love the ending of Spider-Verse. Epilogue, everyone says goodbye. Cool, awesome, whatever. Black Vortex, this is the issue of Black Vortex Part 4 where stuff actually starts happening. You know, the Accuser comes, Ronan the Accuser, you know, from the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and he comes just smashing this hammer around and all kinds of crazy stuff, and then Cyclops and his dad, and yeah, you know, they stood around literally for 3 issues. They stood around talking to each other, and some of that was funny. Yes, I like witty dialogue, but this is where things start to happen. Secret Wars is coming. Time Warner's out. New Avengers. Can't really say anything about it without being a spoiler. And here's the Thor annual. There's 3 different covers. This cover is awesome. This is Rob Guillory's week. Rob Guillory is winning this week. This is his art on a CM Punk story. CM Punk's first comic story for Marvel is in here, and it is freaking hilarious. And picking Rob Guillory from Chew to draw it was inspired. It was freaking inspired. I don't know if CM Punk's choice was that or if it was the editor, but that story was so much fun. And it was like Thor and Mephisto having a drink-off, seeing who could drink the other under the table. And awesome, great stuff. And then Chew Volume 9 is out, and the next issue after Volume 9, issue 46 is out, drawn by Rob. So it is his week. I love Chew. I'm going to have a big Chew signing here come like September. I'm excited about that, turning the speakeasy of the Geekeasy into a chicken speakeasy of the Chew book. Maybe have some egg protesters outside and all that stuff. It's going to be awesome. Moving on, Criminal, a one-shot special. I love this book. I love Criminal. I'm so glad that it's out as this one-shot, and you can enjoy this one-shot without ever reading any other issue of Criminal ever, I promise you. It will make you probably want to read more, but any volume of Criminal could be read out of order. They follow different protagonists. Sometimes they dovetail. Sometimes a guy that was a bit part character of one story arc is the protagonist of another, and so forth, vice versa. Try that book. And Fade Out. If you haven't tried Fade Out, this is what I've been talking about. It's the first story arc for $10. So get it, $10, Fade Out. Brubaker and Sean Phillips, they're great. Just read what other creators that you like said about them. They're just total like ass kiss fest about how they are the best crime creative team in all of comics. So that's a thing, for reals. And Fraction Zdarsky, Volume 2 of Sex Criminals is out. You know how much I love Sex Criminals. I'm even excited for the Howard the Duck by Zdarsky. And it's called Two Worlds, One Cop. One cop, because, you know, sex criminals need to be, you know, taken out by cops. And They're Not Like Us. Eric Stevenson, publisher of Image. I'm really enjoying this book. It's basically a take on if people had powers, if kids started to have powers, if, you know, like mutants, if they started to have powers, what would they really do with it? You know, with privilege, you would just start to think you're better than anyone. They're not like us. You see this not equal thing, which is really cool positioning against all of the current narrative of young people in years that we are all equal, and you know we're pushing against privilege and full acceptance of everyone, equal opportunity for everyone in reality, not just words. And then this book comes out that's like, well, you know, if some of these kids had superpowers, they would just do whatever the hell they wanted, and that's just what it is. And this issue, you can actually get behind it. You can actually get behind this even if you're against all that privilege stuff, because they basically beat the crap out of a pedophile. You know, who doesn't want to see that? I mean, I'd read comics about killing pedophiles all day long if they put out more of those. I hate pedophiles, and you should too. Moving on, Black Hood. This is Archie's Dark Circle comics. It's mature reader comics done of those Archie superheroes that, by and large, were basically just empty shells of characters, like rip-offs of other characters by DC or Marvel. You know, the Shield was obviously Captain America. But, you know, you can argue with me all you want. That's not the point. The point is, this is them doing mature reader, heady stuff with great creative teams. And that's cool. I love the chances Archie's taking. I love that they're marketing towards actual adults that will enjoy this stuff. Why not? It's awesome. And finally, Curb Stomp. This is part of Boom's Push Comics Forward. Curb Stomp is a all-girl gang that is kicking ass and just beating the shit out of people. And it's kind of like a Fight Club type of thing. Curb Stomp, they just brass knuckles, beat the shit out of people. It's awesome. I enjoyed it. It was kind of cathartic. And love Boom. Love their marketing campaign of Push Comics Forward. And that's the week in comics. A lot of great stuff, and hope you find something you enjoy. And stop being such dicks on internets about like black Spider-Mans and female Spider-Mans. I mean, come on. There's nothing about Peter Parker that says white. I mean, dude grew up in Queens, was raised without his dad, racially profiled by the cops. The cops hate him and make crap up about him. Racially profiled by the newspapers, the media. Like Dan Slott said, if you can come up with 10 descriptors for Peter Parker Spider-Man and white is one of your top 10 descriptors, you don't know Peter Parker. Peter Parker could easily be a black man without changing anything else. And you can't say that about other characters. There's some characters you just couldn't say that, like generations of wealth and privilege for Bruce Wayne. But Peter Parker can be black. Shut the hell up. Who cares? It'll be fun. It'll be awesome. Just let it go. Thanks. Bye-bye.